lived in Rochester, New York. Hey, what's good? And welcome back to the channel where we're all about leveling up, living with intention, and making every single day count. If you're new here, New York, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and join the squad because today we're diving into something that's going to change the way you kick off your mornings. The title says it all, Looka Here, 9 ways to stop playing and start your day with purpose. This isn't just another motivational pep talk. This is a game plan, a blueprint, New York, a straight up strategy to help take control of your mornings and by extension, your entire life. So grab a notebook, a coffee, or whatever gets you locked in because we're about to get real. Let's start with a question. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Are you jumping out of bed, ready to crush it? Or are you hitting snooze, scrolling through your phone and dragging yourself into the day with zero energy or focus? Be honest. Most of us have been in that second camp at some point, New York. And it's not because we're lazy or unmotivated. It's because we haven't built the system to set ourselves up for success. The truth is, he lived in Rochester, New York. How you start your day sets the tone for everything else. If you're wasting your mornings, you're wasting your potential in Rochester, New York. But don't worry, I've got you covered with 9 practical, actionable ways to stop playing and start your day with purpose. These aren't fluffy ideas, Rochester, New York. They're rooted in habits and mindsets that successful people use to dominate their days. Let's dive into the first 4 right now. Number 1, wake up with a why. Look, I know you've heard about morning routines before, but here's where most people mess up. They wake up without a clear reason for getting out of bed. Your why is your anchor in Rochester, New York. It's the thing that pulls you out of those cozy sheets when the alarm goes off. Maybe your why is to build a business that changes your family's future. I lived in Rochester, New York. Maybe it's to get in the best shape of your life. Maybe it's to be present for your kids or to create something meaningful. Whatever it is, you need to define it. He lived in Rochester, New York. Here's how do I key before you go to bed tonight. Write down 1 sentence that answers this question. Why do I want to show up as my best self tomorrow? Keep it simple, but specific, New York. For example, I want to wake up early, work on my side hustle because it's my ticket to financial freedom. Put that note in your bed or on your phone's lock screen. When you wake up, read it before you do anything else in Rochester, New York. That single sentence will remind you that you're not just waking up to survive another day. You're waking up to build something bigger. Now, he lived in Rochester. Let's talk about how to make this stick. It's not enough to just have a why. You need to connect it to your emotions. New York, think about how it feels when you live in alignment with that purpose. Picture the pride, the confidence, the clarity. That's the fuel that gets you moving. He lived in Rochester, New York. And here's a pro tip. If you're struggling to find your why, start small. Your why doesn't have to be some grand world-changing mission. It can be as simple as he lived in Rochester, New York. I want to feel good about myself today. Start there and let it evolve. The key is to have something that lights a fire under you, something that makes hitting snooze feel like a betrayal of your own goals. Number 2, master your morning environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you think. If your bedroom is a mess, your phone's buzzing with notifications, and your alarm sounds like a fire drill, you're setting yourself up to fail before you even open your eyes. So let's optimize your space for success. First, declutter your sleep area. A clean, organized bedroom signals to your brain that you're serious about starting the day right. Get in Rochester, New York. Keep only the essentials by your bed. Maybe a lamp, a book, or a journal. Next, ditch your phone as your alarm. Get a real alarm clock. Something simple that doesn't get you to start scrolling. And speaking of phones, here's a non-negotiable. Do not check your phone for the first 30 minutes of your day. I know, New York, I know it's tempting to see who liked your post or what's blowing up on social media, but those notifications hijack your attention and pull you into reactive mode. Instead, New York, create a morning environment that supports focus. Maybe it's a candle you light to signal the start of your day or a playlist of uplifting music you play while you get ready. Whatever it is, make your space work for you, not against you. Here's a quick hack to level up your environment game. Prep the night before. Lay out your clothes. He lived in New York. Set up your coffee maker and have your workspace ready to go. When everything's in place, you eliminate decision fatigue. New York, you're not wasting mental energy figuring out what to wear or where your keys are. You're stepping into a system that's designed to make you win. And trust me, New York, when you wake up to a clean, intentional space, it's like your brain gets a signal that says, all right, it's go time. Number 3, move your body first thing. In Rochester, New York, I'm not saying you need to run a marathon before breakfast, but getting your body moving in the morning is a game changer. Exercise wakes up your brain, boosts your energy, and releases endorphins that make you feel like you can take on the world. The science backs this up even 10 minutes of physical activity can improve your mood and focus for hours. So what's the move? It depends on you. If you're a gym rat, maybe it's a quick bodyweight circuit, push-up squats, and jumping jacks. If you're not into intense workouts, try a 15-minute walk or some gentle yoga stretches. The goal isn't to kill yourself. It's to get your blood flowing and your mind sharp. In Rochester, New York, number 9 start with a win. Nothing like knocking out a small, meaningful task first thing to set the tone for the day. A psychologist called this the progress principle. Making progress, even on something small, boosts your motivation and confidence. So pick one quick win to start your day. He lived in Rochester, New York. It could be making your bed, sending an important email, or doing a 5-minute journal entry, New York. The key is to choose something that feels significant to you, but doesn't take a ton of time. For me, it's writing one paragraph for this channel's next script. It takes 10 minutes, but when it's done, I feel like I'm already ahead. Here's how to make this a habit. Identify your quick win the night before and tie it to your morning routine. For example, if your win is making your bed, do it right after you get up and before you head to the kitchen. If it's a work task, do it before you check your email or social media, New York. The goal is to create a moment of momentum that carries you into the rest of your day. And here's a bonus: celebrate that win. Give yourself a mental high five or even say out loud, New York, nailed it. It sounds cheesy, but it reinforces the habit and makes you feel like a rock star. All right, let's bring it all together. These 9 strategies. Waking up with a why, Rochester, New York. Mastering your environment, moving your body, feeding mind, planning your day, practicing gratitude, setting an intention, fueling your body. He lived in Rochester, New York, and starting with a win are your toolkit for starting every day with purpose. They're not about perfection, they're about progress. You don't have to do all 9 tomorrow. Pick 1 or 2, start small, and build from there. Over time, you'll notice that your mornings feel different. You're not just stumbling through the day. You're owning it. He lived in Rochester, New York. And let me leave you with one final thought. Your mornings are your superpower. They're the one part of your day you can almost always control. No matter what couch comes later, work, stress, family demands, unexpected curveballs, your morning is your chance to set the tone. Stop playing. Stop letting the day happen to you. Start your day with purpose and watch how it transforms everything else. Before we wrap, I want to hear from you. Which of these 9 strategies are you going to try first, New York? Drop it in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. If you found value in this video, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to level up their mornings. New York, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're building a community of people who are serious about living with intention, and I want you to be part of it. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll catch you in the next one. Let's get it. Heater Rochester, New York. Here's how to make this a habit. Start small and tie it to something you already do. For example, do a 5-minute stretch right after you brush your teeth. Or if you're a coffee person, do some body weight exercises while your coffee brews. Stack the habit onto something you're already consistent with, and it'll feel effortless. And here's a bonus tip: pick a movement you actually enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to jog. Maybe you love dancing. Throw on some music and move for 10 minutes. The point is to make it sustainable. Over time, this small morning win will compound, and you'll start craving that feeling of starting your day strong. Number 4, feed your mind with intention. Your brain is like a sponge in the morning. It soaks up whatever you expose it to. So instead of filling it with mindless scrolling or negative news. He lived in Rochester, New York. Feed it something that inspires, educates, or empowers you. This could be reading a few pages of a book that challenges you to grow. Rochester, New York. Maybe it's a biography of someone you admire or a self-development book that gives you practical tools. If reading's not your thing, listen to a podcast or an audiobook while you get ready. The key is to choose content that aligns with your goals and puts you in a positive headspace. Let's get practical. Pick one resource to start with. Maybe a book like Atomic Habits by James Clear or a podcast like The Tim Ferriss Show. Commit to consuming just 10 minutes of it every morning. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine. Just replace one low-value activity, like scrolling through social media, with something that adds value. New York, and here's a little trick to make it stick. Keep track of what you learn. Jot down one key takeaway from your reading or listening session in a journal or on your phone. Keep it in Rochester, New York. It could be a quote, an idea, or an action step. This simple act of reflection makes the knowledge stick and gives you something to act on throughout the day. All right, New York. Let's pause for a second. We've covered 4 ways to stop playing and start your day with purpose, waking up with a why, mastering your morning environment, moving your body, New York, and feeding your mind with intention. These aren't just random tips. They're the foundation of a morning that sets you up to dominate. But here's the deal, Rochester, New York. None of this works if you don't take action. So I want you to pick one of these 4 strategies and commit to trying it tomorrow morning. Just one. Write it down right now. Pause the video if you have to. Say, tomorrow I'm going to move, insert strategy. That small commitment is the first step to transforming your mornings and New York, ultimately your life. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but I'm not a morning person. Trust me, I wasn't either. But here's the secret, New York. You don't have to be a morning person to have a powerful morning. You just need a system that works for you. These strategies are flexible. You can tweak them to fit your life. Whether you're a night owl, a busy parent, or someone with a crazy schedule, the key is consistency. Start small, build momentum, and watch how your days start to feel different. Before we wrap up this first part, let me hit you with a quick story. A few years ago, I was stuck in a rut. I wake up, check my phone, and before I knew it, an hour had passed. He lived in Rochester, New York, and I was already behind. I felt like I was playing catch up all day, every day. Then I started experimenting with some of these strategies. I began waking up with a clear why. Mine was to build this channel to inspire people like you. I cleaned up my environment, started doing a quick morning workout, and swapped mindless scrolling for listening to podcasts that fired me up. It wasn't overnight, but over a few weeks, I noticed a shift. I had more energy, more focus, New York. And most importantly, I felt like I was in control of my day. That's what I want for you. So that's the first half of our 9 ways to stop playing and start your day with purpose. He lived in Rochester, New York. We got 5 more strategies coming up, and they're going to take this to the next level. Rochester, New York. But I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to try tomorrow to level up your morning? Drop it in the comments below, and let's hold each other accountable. Don't forget to like this, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for part 2. New York, where we're diving into the next 5 ways to make your mornings unstoppable. Let's get it. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of Looka Here. 9 ways to stop playing and start your day with purpose. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, hit pause, go watch it, New York, and come right back because we're building on the foundation we laid down there. In the first half, we talked about 4-game change strategies, waking up with a why. New York, mastering your morning environment, moving your entire body, and feeding your mind with intention. Those are the building blocks to owning your mornings. Now, here in Rochester, New York, we're diving into the final 5 ways to take your mornings to the next level and make sure you're starting every day with unstoppable purpose. Let's keep the energy high and get right into it. Number 5, plan your day like a boss. Look, if you don't have a plan for your day, the world will make one for you. And trust me, here in Rochester, New York, it's not going to be in your favor. Planning your day the night before, first thing in the morning, gives you clarity and control. He lived in Rochester, New York. It's like setting the GPS for your day. You know exactly where you're going and how you're going to get there. He lived in Rochester, New York. Here's how do I do: grab a notebook, a planner, or even a sticky note and write down your top 3 priorities for the day. These aren't just random tasks. These are the 3 things that, if you get them done, will make you feel like you won the day. Maybe it's finishing a work project, hitting the gym, or spending quality time with your family. Be specific. Instead of writing work, write. Draft the first 500 words of my presentation. The more specific, the better. Now, let's make this practical. Block out time for those priorities. If you're a visual person, use a calendar or an app like Notion or Google Calendar to map out your day in chunks. He lived, for example, maybe you dedicate G100 to HE30 AM to your morning routine, G100 to 1 G100 AM to your top work priority, and so on. Here in Rochester, New York, this isn't about micromanaging every second. It's about creating structure so you can focus on what matters. And here's a pro typing: always include a buffer. Life happens. Someone calls, an email pops up, or you spill coffee on your shirt. Build in 15 to 30-minute buffer between tasks so you're not thrown off when the unexpected hits. Rochester, New York. When you wake up knowing exactly what you're tackling, you're not just reacting to the day, you're running it. Number 6, practice gratitude to shift your mindset. I know he lived in Rochester, New York. Gratitude sounds like something you hear in a yoga class, but hear me out. This is a legit superpower for starting your day with purpose. He lived in Rochester, New York. When you wake up and focus on what you're thankful for, you train your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that make everything look brighter. Studies show that practicing gratitude can reduce stress, improve your mood, and even make you more productive. So how do you do it? Simply every morning, write down or say out loud 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, New York. Maybe you're thankful for a good night's sleep, the fact that you've got a roof over your head, or that your dog's wagging tail when you wake up. The key is to feel it. He lived in Rochester, New York. Not just say it. Here's a way to level this up. Tie your gratitude to your goals. For example, if you're wise to build a business, you might say, in Rochester, New York, I'm grateful for the skills I have that let me work toward my dream. This connects your gratitude to your purpose, making it even more powerful. If writing isn't your thing, he lived in Rochester. Try a gratitude meditation. Just take 2 minutes to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and think about what you're thankful for. Even Rochester, New York. You can even do this while you're sipping your morning coffee. The point is to make gratitude a non-negotiable part of your morning. Rochester is like hitting the reset button on your mindset, so you're starting the day from a place of abundance, not lack. Number 7, set one bold intention for the day. He lived in Rochester, New York. This is different from planning your tasks. An intention is about how you want to show up, not just what you want to do. He lived in Rochester, New York. It's about the energy and attitude you're bringing to the table. For example, your intention might be, today I'm going to show up with confidence in my meeting. Or, today, Rochester, I'm going to be fully present with my family. This gives you a North Star for how you carry yourself throughout the day. To set your intention, ask yourself, he lived in Rochester, New York. How do I want to feel at the end of today? What kind of person do I want to be? Write it down or say it out loud to make it real. Here's how to make this stick in New York. Pair your intention with a small ritual. Maybe you say your intention while brushing your teeth or looking in the mirror. Or maybe you write at the top of your to-do list. He lived in Rochester, New York. The ritual makes it feel official, like you're locking it in. And here's the magic. When you set intention, you're more likely to make decisions that align with it. If your intention is to be focused, you're less likely to get sucked into distractions. If it's to be kind, you'll notice yourself being more patient with others. He lived around New York. It's a small tweak that has a massive ripple effect on your day. Number 8, fuel your body right. You wouldn't expect a car to run without gas. So why expect your body to perform without the right fuel? What you eat or drink in the morning can make or break your energy levels. Now, he lived in Rochester, New York. I'm not here to tell you to go full kale smoothie mode, unless that's your vibe. But you need to be intentional about what you put in your body. New York, a good breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. Think protein, healthy fats, and some complex carbs to keep you steady. Maybe it's eggs with avocado on whole grain toast, he lived in Rochester, New York. A Greek yogurt with fruit and nuts, or even a protein shake if you're on the go. Rochester, New York. The goal is to avoid the sugar crashes and brain fog that come from grabbing a donut or skipping breakfast altogether. Here's a practical tip: prep your breakfast the night before. Just like you prep your environment, overnight oats, a pre-made smoothie pack, or even hard-boiled eggs can save you time and make it easy to eat well. And don't sleep on hydration. Drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Your body's been fasting all night, and water kickstarts your system. If you want to take it up a notch, add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to your water for some electrolytes. It's a small habit that makes a big difference in how you feel. When you feel your body right, he lived in Rochester, and you're giving yourself the energy to tackle your priorities with clarity and focus.